there, welcome to Oh My Health. My name is Karen Howard. I'm a physiotherapist with almost 20 years of experience in orthopedics and sports physiotherapy. I'm absolutely passionate about rehabilitation. We have designed this exercise video for people with osteoarthritis of the hip joint. Symptoms of osteoarthritis of the hip include stiffness, particularly when waking up or following sitting for a long period of time. You can have pain and tenderness in the hip joint. Sometimes you can have groin pain, knee pain, or buttock pain, all related to the osteoarthritis of the hip. You may also experience a crunching or grinding feeling, and it feels as if the bone is grinding on the bone. Hip osteoarthritis mainly affects the cartilage covering the bone, either on the head of the femur or otherwise on the cup, which is called the acetabulum. It can also affect the subchondral bone, which is the bone beneath the cartilage. It can affect the synovium, which is the liquid surrounding the joint. It also affects the capsule and the ligaments. Your symptoms of hip osteoarthritis will vary greatly from your friends. You may have a great decrease in your activities of daily living, or perhaps you cope quite well. It depends on your age, your weight, and your general level of fitness. It also depends on how far the disease has progressed. These exercises are a great addition to a low-impact cardio program. Low-impact cardio includes exercises like walking, cycling, swimming, or using the elliptical trainer. We would really recommend that you follow a healthy, well-balanced diet. You need to cut out the processed foods, refined flours, and refined carbohydrates. Replace them with good, healthy, wholesome, whole foods, lots of omega-3 rich foods, and complex carbohydrates. In order to maintain a healthy weight, you probably need to adjust your macronutrients and your calorie intake in order to be able to maintain your optimum weight. We have plenty of advice and good articles on Oh My Health, which you can check out in order to help you maintain a healthy, balanced lifestyle. I will now show you the phase 1 exercises, which you can do in order to strengthen the muscles surrounding the hip joint and to stretch the tight muscles. These exercises are available as a summarized PDF, so be sure to download it and follow the exercise program. Try to do them 3 to 5 times a week. I've given you a recommended number of repetitions, but it's really just a guideline. If you can manage 3 sets of 10, that's great. Otherwise, try 6 sets of 5. Alternatively, you can do as many of the exercises as you can manage and then gradually increase them. When these exercises get a bit easy, you can move on to phase 2 exercises, which will be available on Oh My Health soon. You may experience a little bit of discomfort or pain. That's absolutely no problem. However, you don't want your pain to be more than a 3 out of 10. 1 out of 10 would be a slight niggle, and 10 out of 10 would be the worst pain ever. So, are you ready to get started with your phase 1 exercises? Let's go! Your first exercise is a gentle mobility exercise for your hip joint. Stand on a small step, can be any step. Hold on to something. Let your one leg hang off the step. That creates space for the joint because gravity is pulling the hip joint down. Tighten your tummy, keep your pelvis level, and gently swing the leg forward and back. You can do about 30 forward and back movements. Keep your tummy tight, keep your pelvis steady. Then you can also swing gently out to the side, tighten your tummy, keep your pelvis steady, and out to the side. About 30 times. You can also do small circles, keeping that tummy tight, keeping your pelvis steady. You will also feel the stabilizing muscles on the opposite side working quite hard. So it's a good idea to do this exercise on both sides if you like to. The aim of the next exercise is to improve your lumbar pelvic movement and also to improve the strength of your iliopsoas muscle, which is your hip flexor. First of all, Place your hands underneath your bum. Can you feel those bones there? Right. Now, tilt your pelvis forward. Can you feel how the bones slide backwards? Now, tilt your pelvis backwards and the bones slide forwards. Adjust your pelvis until you can feel that the bones are in the middle. That is your neutral spine position. Take your hands out, place your hands on top of your knees. Keeping that neutral spine position that you just found, take your breath in. As you breathe out, suck your belly button gently towards your spine. Raise your knee and push down with your hand. Hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and slowly down. Get your neutral spine position, take a breath in. As you breathe out, gently draw your belly button towards your spine. Push up and hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Neutral spine, inhale, exhale. Belly button to spine, push up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Neutral spine, inhale, exhale. Belly button, push up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. You can do 10 to 15 repetitions on each side. The aim of this exercise is to get your deep tummy stabilizing muscles working. The reason we need these to work is that they work very much together with your pelvic stabilizers, and it's important to get them strong. What you need to do is start in what we call a neutral spine position. So you actually push your coccyx, this part of your spine, gently down into the floor. Have a slight gap between your back and the floor. Take a breath in. As you breathe out, gently pull your belly button in towards your spine, feeling that you're flattening in your lower abdominal muscles. Also, think about lifting and contracting your pelvic floor. Hold that for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Slight arch in your back. Inhale. As you exhale, gently draw your belly button in towards your spine. Keep your neutral spine here. Flatten across here. Contract your pelvic floor for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Slight arch on your back. Inhale. Exhale. Belly button in towards your spine. Keep your neutral spine. Pull your tummy muscles away from your underwear. Hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Once you feel you've got that movement, you can then add straightening movement of your knee. Inhale, exhale, belly button to spine. Contract your pelvic floor. Keep your neutral spine. Slowly slide your heel out and slide it back in. And breathe out as you slide out and slide back in. Keep your pelvis steady. Keep your belly button pulling in towards your spine and slowly back in. You can do 10 repetitions on each side. Your fourth exercise is called the clam. This is to strengthen up your gluteus medius muscle, which is an important stabilizer of your pelvis. First of all, bend your knee as far as you can comfortably. Get your hips in a straight line. Keep your toes together and just tighten your tummy and lift your knee. And slowly down. Tighten your tummy, lift your knee, and slowly down. Try and isolate the muscle that's working to the back of the hip. You can do 3 sets of 10. If that's too challenging and you're unable to bend your knee this far, you can bend the bottom knee up to stabilize. Have the top leg, which is the affected leg, straight. Tighten your tummy. Turn your toes slightly out and up towards the ceiling. Lift your leg and slowly lower down. And lift and slowly lower down. The other important thing is that your leg should be slightly behind you, not in front of you. That also helps to isolate your glute medius muscle. And you can do 3 sets of 10. This is your clam exercise. In this shot you can see the angle of the hips. When your hips are straight, it enables you to activate your glute medius more effectively. Keep the toes together, raise the knee, and slow it down. Keep your pelvis tight, and keep your pelvis steady. What you don't want that. Keep it tight, just lift the knee, and slowly down. This is to strengthen your gluteus maximus muscle. Start with a slight arch in your back. Take a breath in. As you breathe out, suck your belly button in towards your spine, flatten your back, lift your bum, squeeze into your bum, keep your ribs down, hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take a breath in. As you breathe out, roll down. You need to be partial weight bearing or full weight bearing in order to do this exercise. Take a breath in. As you breathe out, suck your belly button towards your spine, flatten your back, lift your bum, squeeze into your bum, hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale and exhale, roll down. Slight arch on your back, inhale, exhale, flatten your back, lift your bum, squeeze into your bum, ribs down for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale and exhale, roll down. You can do 10 to 20 repetitions. For your next exercise, we're going to focus on your deep tummy muscles together with your adductor muscles, your inner thigh muscles. You'll need a small towel or a pillow, even a small ball, anything that you can squeeze between your knees. You need to find what we call your neutral spine. So you need a slight arch in your back. The way you find that is by finding your coccyx and pushing your coccyx gently down into the floor. That creates a small gap underneath your lower back, and you want to maintain this gap throughout the exercise. Push your coccyx down into the floor gently. Take a breath in. As you breathe out, gently draw your belly button in towards your spine. Lift your pelvic floor. Squeeze the ball or the towel and hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Slight arch in your back. Inhale. Exhale. Pull your belly button in towards your spine. Squeeze the towel or the ball and hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Slight arch in your back. Inhale. Exhale. Belly button gently towards your spine. Lift your pelvic floor. Squeeze your knees and hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. You can do 10 to 20 repetitions. The next stretch is a piriformis stretch. Your piriformis is a muscle that runs across your hip joint at the back. Often when it's very tight, it can actually cause a lot of hip problems. So it's very important to stretch it. First of all, place the affected side, the heel, on the opposite knee. Depending on how much range of movement you have, you may only be at this angle. Push that knee away from you till you feel a nice stretch across this area. You can hold it for 20 to 30 seconds. If that's too easy, you can actually take your other hand, pop it behind your thigh, and push that knee away from you. You can hold that for 20 to 30 seconds. This stretch is good to repeat on both sides, and often you'll find that one side is really quite significantly tighter than the other side. If that's the case, do it twice as much on the tighter side. Your next stretch is a glute stretch. However, this position can sometimes cause quite a bit of impingement and pain. If that's the case, be very gentle with this stretch. You can put this leg straight if you'd like to, or you can have it bent, whichever is more comfortable. Gently draw this thigh up towards your chest and hold it for 20 to 30 seconds. If it gives you more than a 3 out of 10 in terms of discomfort or pain, rather don't do it. And you can repeat it on the other side. This next stretch is a hip flexor stretch. There are various different exercises of varying levels of difficulty which you can do in order to stretch your hip flexor. This one is fairly easy. As long as you don't have any knee issues, it should be fine. Lie on your tummy with a small towel or pillow underneath the knee on the affected side that you're stretching. Gently grasp your foot if you can. Lie down. Now the trick is that you want to try and push this hip into the mat. You can do that by squeezing your bum. If you can also lift your knees slightly off the floor. Hold it for 20 to 30 seconds. The important thing is really that you want to try and push that hip down to the floor so that you feel a stretch across the top of your hip. And you can repeat that on the other side. If it's causing too much knee pain, rather don't do it. And release.